take action. And it doesn't matter how much you stretch, just start. Because let me tell you, it starts feeling so good that it will just grow, but just start. The other thing is vary your stretch. Science tells us that any kind of stretch under 15 seconds is kind of a waste of your time. But other stretches, you can go up to like 5 minutes. And then we've got whole different levels of releasing, fascias release. It just feels amazing. Hey, Pura Vida family. You, again, have been following Dr. CJ's 12 core concepts. Yesterday, we talked about number 6, how to build a muscle. So today, number 7 is stretching and flexibility. So I am Coach Teresa Robinson. I have had extensive training and practical experience in strength training, stretching, and so forth. So from years of being an athlete, being trained as a trainer, and just continually learning science and learning from people way smarter than me, like yoga teachers. So today I just want to break it down. Yesterday I gave you 3 hints. I'm going to give you 3 hints again today. I want you to be able to walk away with a practical way of starting some type of stretching, because flexibility is the goal. Stretching is one way to get there. It's a very big way, but it's one way. So here's our 3 things. 1, how do I know if I'm not flexible or certain parts aren't flexible? Once I know, what do I do? And the 3rd one is, how do you stretch? What are some key points about stretching that will make me successful? And at the very end, I'm going to show you a practical way of starting your stretching routine, and it'll make you go, pew. It's one of my favorite things. Okay, so right off the bat, how do I know if I'm not flexible? Start with your own curiosity. Assess your body. When I'm stretching my quad, how's the other one feel? Is the left one tighter than the right one? If I'm in a hamstring or an IT band stretch, how's the left one compared to the right one? One of my favorite things, look at your posture. You know, if your posture is this, you might have some tight pec muscles, right? Okay, so just assess, look, feel, do one side to the other. If you're looking at biceps, also look at tricep. If you're looking at the right side of your body, look at the left side of your body, and take notes. Okay, so now you have all this information. Now you know how inflexible you are. What do you do? So a couple things. 1, do some research. My goodness, with YouTube, TikTok, all these wonderful sites where practitioners want to share their craft with you. And it's a great way to find out what fits you. The time, do you need a video? Maybe you need a class. Not only researching, but look up yoga classes or personal training, or even massage places will do just stretching for you. And you learn a lot when someone else helps you as well. So the other thing is, once you know where to go or you've started doing your research, like, I think I can do that, then make it a daily habit. You know, it amazes me when we talk about health and care for your body. You know, if there's something wrong with my car, it makes a little sound or a light, boom, we are on the phone to the garage, right? If my child's coughing a little longer than they should and, you know, just something's off, like, bam, we got to call to the doctor. We do a lot of things like that in our life, but sadly, so many times when something's up with us, we drag our feet. I mean, how many people in your life say, oh, you know, I hurt this shoulder about 1.5 years ago, but I'm not doing a damn thing about it. You know, so the thing of it is take action. And it doesn't matter how much you stretch, just start. Because let me tell you, it starts feeling so good that it will just grow, but just start. The other thing is vary your stretch. Science tells us that any kind of stretch under 15 seconds is kind of a waste of your time. But other stretches, you can go up to like 5 minutes. And then we've got whole different levels of releasing, fascias release. It just feels amazing. So vary it. So if I'm stretching my quads for about 15 to 30 seconds today, tomorrow would serve me so well to go into a longer, deeper stretch. So now that we've talked about, what do I do? Let's not also forget all the things you've been learning through Pura Vida about hydration, rest. We talked about that yesterday with muscle. You have to rest your body, whether it's sleep or rest after an exercise. Eating plants, lots and lots of plants, green plants especially. Eat healthy fats, moderate amounts of protein. Keep doing those things that work for you. It helps your body be more pliable when it's hydrated, well fed, well rested. So let's go into how do I stretch? You want to first get into position. So when someone teaches you, for instance, if I'm doing a stretch for my glutes or upper hams, my instructor might tell me to get into a posture position, bend at the hips so I look like I'm, a ballerina bending, but I'm not doing this kind of bend. So get into the position that your instructor or someone on YouTube told you to get into. So in other words, do it right. Here's the other huge thing, no bouncing. This is passive stretching. It's not dynamic stretching. I want you to get into the position, hold it, belly breathe. Breathe into the muscle. Take your time. And the reason I'm telling you to take your time and don't go to pain, because we have a wonderful mechanism in our body called the Golgi tendon organ. So it lies somewhere between the muscle and the tendon. And when you start, and I'll do the shoulder, when you start stretching, if it's a really nice, okay, that's about right. My body's good. But if I watch me, I can, and it hurts, that Golgi tendon is going to snap in place and will be counterproductive. It will not let you stretch that muscle. So listen to your body. If it's a little, ooh, that feeling, about at a 5, hold it. But do not go to pain. Pain does not help you. We're being kind to the muscle. We're not like this. So breathe. So we're breathing about 15 seconds, all the way into maybe 5 minutes, whatever you're led to do or instructed to do. What I like to do now is give you that very practical way of starting your stretching routine. And it's going to start with what's called a fascia stretch. Now, fascia is the skin under the skin. And yes, we want to stretch muscles and tendons and ligaments and so forth. However, I want you to address the fascia first. The fascia is like that clear stuff when you're eating chicken. It's like this membrane. There's a visual for you. Anyway, it's the skin under the skin. So when you're dehydrated, when you haven't stretched, when you're worried, you don't have a lot of sleep, it gets really tight. This is some of the science talks about this is where the diagnosis of fibromyalgia came in, that always feeling achy. So this is a wonderful way to release that fascia. I will tell you one of my favorite visuals about releasing fascia. What does that mean? At Christmas time, if someone makes you a big fruit basket and they put that cellophane around it, right? And they take the hairdryer and it makes it really tight. So your fascia is kind of like the cellophane on the fruit basket. And if it's so tight, you're thinking, how do I loosen it? Well, we know that you could just take a little knife or something in one area and it releases the whole thing, right? That's how it works with your fascia in your body. So if I do some type of trigger point or what I'm about to show you for a certain period of time, that releases my fascia all over my body. So this is what you're going to do. I want you to look in your house. We'll play this later if you don't have it. Get a tennis ball, racquetball. I'm trying to think of other balls. Don't get a golf ball. It's too hard. But something that has a little bit of give to it. And what I want you to do to take this tennis ball, take your shoes and socks off, and you're going to put it under your foot. And I'd like for you to roll it back and forth nice and slowly, especially over the arch. Might feel a little ouchy. Go slowly. Again, all the things we talked about. Breathe into it. You're going to do this for 1 minute. And let's start on your right side. And you're going to roll under that arch. And you might get onto the ball of the foot and kind of press it down just a little bit. And you're going to go to the heel, roll a bit, maybe press it down a little bit. If you get little kind of ouchy feelings, but not too ouchy, you are getting something done. Oh, but let me back up. One thing I forgot. Before you start rolling, I want you to assess how far down you can stretch. So we have a marker in the beginning. So you know how you bend down like you're going to touch your toes. Don't try to touch your toes, just hang. And let's say you're about midway to the shin. Maybe take a little pen or something, mark that. So that's your starting point. So now get your tennis ball, start on the right side, set your timer, put a little pressure on the arch, breathe into it. Go to your other foot, go to the left side. Same thing, work it, press it a little bit, a little pleasure pain feeling there, not pain, but a little almost, and just stay with it and really work it. When you're finished, here's the fun part. Go back into your original pose, drop down, see how far you can go. Again, don't force it. You tell me what you see. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be at least 2 to 3 inches lower. That is that fascia releasing. That good feeling from the fascia releasing is very close to what you're going to feel when you have a wonderful stretch. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope I've given you some workable ideas, a place to start, a little science behind what to do, what not to do. But just start. Just start. All these subjects are interwoven. We always talk about nutrition, hydration, ground, you get some peace. All these things help stretching and muscle building and all the other things that Dr. CJ will bring to you. It has been my pleasure to present stretching and flexibility with you. I wish you the very best Pura Vida life. This is Coach Teresa. Be well.